Bryce's up! Get out! Hey, I'm Bald Bryce, and here I do questions. I hope you had a happy new year. If you watched my last video, you know how mine went. For those of you who are returning, you may be asking yourself, am I going to be doing the Masked Goal Challenge this year? If you're new to this channel, the Masked Goal Challenge is a way that I motivate myself throughout the whole year, is the reason why you saw me in a hula skirt a second ago, and if you click the card, you can find the whole video where I explain it for the very first time. But yes, I am doing the Masked Goal Challenge again this year. However...
There you are! Have you been asleep this whole time?
Yes. Happy New Year, Business Bryce. Like I was saying, though, I am going to be shaking things up a bit this year.
No. You don't understand. It's February. People stopped worrying about their resolutions weeks ago.
Why didn't you guys wake me up? I wanted to get this video out while resolutions were still relevant.
You were exhausted from a year of putting out videos weekly. Plus, you proclaimed to your audience,
I am going to be continuing to make videos, but I'm going to be making fewer of them so that I can hopefully raise the quality of them just a little bit.
So neither of us found it very prudent to arouse you. I think awake is a better word. We didn't want to awake you.
Such a base mind. Okay, guys, I get it. But we have to move quickly because people are already giving up on their New Year's resolutions, and we have to keep this going. Business Bryce, pull some questions from our audience about either goals or setting resolutions and answer those. Film critic Brice, whip up a discussion about some of the issues surrounding New Year's resolutions. The more nuanced it is, the better.
So what are you gonna do?
Me? I'm going to announce my Masked Goal Challenge at the end of this video. It is not too late to think about how you can improve yourself this year, and so that's why I'm going to be talking about that. We've done harder things, Bryces. If we work together, I know that we can do this. But I need to go to the sportswear store.
The what now? Come again?
The sportswear store. I gotta go get some stuff. Have fun. Don't let the Bryces out.
Do we even play sports? Okay, keeping goals. Let's see what our audience says. Just kidding, we have like 14 subscribers. Film critic Bryce and I made these up. Nonetheless, let's start with this one. What is the difference between a goal and a resolution? A goal is to a resolution as a rectangle is to a square. A resolution can be considered a goal, but a goal has 4 right angles and 4 parallels. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. A goal is something that you aim for. People don't always hit what they aim for, and nobody expects them to. A resolution, on the other hand, is more like a declaration. You sort of give your word that you're going to do something or not do something, and people typically expect you to do the things that you say you will do, unless you're film critic Bryce. What was that? Nothing. Going back to my list. Does that mean people keep their resolutions more than they keep their goals? I hope not. I don't know about resolutions that aren't set at New Year's, but when it comes to those ones, Americans are really bad at keeping them. So bad, in fact, that I had to use my awesome math skills to make this graph for you. Can't tell, I had to take stats twice, huh? But as you can tell by, this thing, 25% of Americans break their resolution within the first week. Over 50% of them don't make it to July, and only 8% of people actually keep their resolutions the whole year. So if you've kept your resolutions up to this point, you're doing better than like a third of everybody else. Wish I did that well in business school. So does all this mean that we shouldn't set New Year's resolutions at all? I don't know. That's more of a humanities question, so I'm going to send you over to film critic Brice. Thank you, Business Bryce, for that foundation on which I plan to build a grand mansion of thought. It may be more productive to reframe the question. Do the potential benefits of spuriously committing to a year of better character and greater self-restraint outweigh the near inevitable failure and retroactive self-deception when the resolutions are broken? Question mark. For those 8% who muster the necessary willpower to make the metamorphosis with their New Year's resolutions, it is almost certainly a worthy tradition. But what of the 92? Is this simply a widespread tradition of lying to oneself? Let us examine. Most who set New Year's resolutions are coming off a month of self-indulgence capstoned by a singular night of alcohol-fueled frivolity. At some point of hazy self-reflection, they make declarations of self-discipline and self-restraint for the upcoming year, somehow expecting their future selves to be of stronger metal than their current selves. But reason chafes at such incongruity. So, you may ask, why does such a tradition even exist? It may be a form of self-consolation for all of the regrets that have accumulated over the past year. Or we're creatures of hope rather than reason, but we're not going to get into that. Vacations which never came to fruition. Opportunities for relationships which have now closed their doors, or a myriad of bad habits and bad choices which have exhibited themselves throughout the year. Putting aside a hope for a brighter future, New Year's resolutions may come more out of backwards-facing guilt than forward-facing optimism. Gosh, we are being so bleak today. I mean, can we be a little bit more positive? It's not really our speciality. True, but maybe we can find a Bryce around here that is. I would say that is the best idea you have had all year.
Namaste.
We are very gracious to have Life Coach Bryce with us today. Life Coach Bryce, thank you very much for joining us.
Of course, film critic Bryce. The pleasure is all mine. The unity and synergy that I get in our company is so rewarding. Could we just take a moment to feel this shared sense of selfness? Just notice where the energy rests in your body. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you what it needs.
So, New Year's resolutions, huh? Oh, yes. So, do tell, how can we accept the merits of this tradition while rejecting its flaws?
Great question. First, I think it's important to remember that mindset is way more important than the date that you set to your resolutions. Change can only occur when you have fully embodied change. Any day can be a great day to set New Year's resolutions.
So it's not too late if you've already given up. You can always try again. But what should people do if they have already
Embodying change.
That. What should people do to set better New Year's resolutions?
Should. It's important to remember to never should on yourself. You are far less likely to persevere on a goal when you feel like you should be moving towards it instead of you wanting to move towards it. Come at it from the perspective of, I want to do this. I want these changes in my life. So whenever it's time to set life goals, give yourself permission to do the things that you want to do and to stay away from shoulds.
That's actually not bad. I kind of like that. But for our more practical viewers today, how does one stay motivated throughout the entire year to keep their resolutions and goals?
I'm really glad you asked that because I would like to invite both of you to meet with me semi-weekly for the next 6 months, where I will go over that exact question in the greatest detail that I can. By the way, this consultation was $700.
No. We're all the same Bryce. We should be able to get along. Don't shut on yourself.
Yeah. Woo, yeah!
Thank you, Buff Bryce. Your services have been much appreciated. Sorry about that. I should have known he'd try to charge us. Yes. Well, we shall just have to know. Hey, Bryces! You're back? So soon?
Yeah, I mean, I just had to get a few things, so I'm ready whenever you are.
Did you get it done?
Yes,
we did. We most certainly did.
I know many of you have already given up on your New Year's resolutions, but I'm just getting started. Each one of these jars represents one of the goals I want to complete this year. Like last year, I'm not going to tell you what they are right now. I will reveal that at the end of December. And while I'm certain you are far more excited about going on a Da Vinci Code-esque adventure to figure out what each one of these are, you may have noticed there's paintballs in each jar. When I complete a goal this year, I will take all of the paintballs out of that jar. But if there are any jars that have paintballs left in them, some of my top viewers get to come on out and empty these paintballs on me via a paintball gun. No one will care. What do you mean? You getting plastered by paintballs is on your hands. Why should someone be invested in something out of their hands? Well, thank you for playing the devil's advocate, Bad Bryce, because as it turns out, they do. I'll come up with opportunities all this year for you to be able to add paintballs or fun little twists to my punishment at the end of the year. For example, let's start with this one. If you help me get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year, I will add 100 paintballs to the count that I cannot decrease no matter what I do. You are really desperate for views, aren't you?
Yeah, I kind of am.
While this is kind of an extreme way to motivate yourself to do the things you want to do, I have lived too many years of my life pushing off things and not doing things because I don't have time or I'm not making it a priority or I'll do it next year. And I'm kind of sick of that. I don't want 2019 to be a year of procrastination. I don't want 2019 to be a year that I look back on and just see a bunch of empty yesterdays. So it will either be filled with my dreams and my goals or filled with paint. Let's see what happens.